Today we're going to talk about what kind of person is really right for you. We're going to take a look at the usual type that you're attracted to, and then we're going to go a little deeper to see if you were choosing someone from your truest self, how they might look a little bit differently and how they might feel when you're around them. So stick with us. We're going to talk about what kind of person is right for you. Today we're going to be talking about what kind of person is really right for you. We all assume that attraction is where it all begins, and I would say that that is true. Attraction is where it begins, but is it where it ends? No. I say it is not, and I will explain why. But first of all, let's talk about what we're used to being attracted to. Usually what we're attracted to initially isn't necessarily what's good for us. Why is that? Well, we recognize a sexual connection and we assume that that means that we belong together. And maybe it does. But I'm sure we've all had the experience, I know I have, where you have this great sexual connection, and then a few months down the line, you start to realize, I don't know if I actually like this person. Like the things that they're talking about, the things that they value. You know, an old lady falls on the street and he just keeps on walking. Like, maybe this isn't the greatest person. And I remember when I first started dating, my grandmother said, you don't really know a person until you see them in all sorts of different situations. Who are they when they're with their friends? Who are they when they're with your friends? Who are they when they're working? How do they handle stress? These are all important things to consider, because being attracted isn't enough. Even loving somebody isn't enough. What becomes a part of the whole picture when you're looking at a person that you want to share your time with, your heart with, possibly your life with, is, do they reflect what's deepest and truest in me? Otherwise, it feels wonky, like two left legs trying to walk, trying to make things work with somebody who's on a totally different page than you. Sometimes things should just be sex, and left at that. So, when people meet, they often put on their best selves. They present themselves the way that they believe the other person will most be attracted to them or find them appealing or interesting. And I get it. It's a natural thing to want to do, to look good. But the fact is, sooner or later, they're going to see the real you and you're going to see the real them. That might be a year down the line. And with all of that time is an investment of your heart and your energy and theirs. So I believe that it's worth it to be your true self right out of the gate. Now, I'm not saying start farting in front of each other. In fact, I don't think I ever intentionally did that in front of anyone that I dated. However, what I'm saying is being yourself. Whatever is important to you, whatever is the place that you're coming from, your experiences, it all makes up who you are. And so the sooner you see who that person really is, the more you can come to the conclusion of if you are right for each other to spend time with each other. So the first and most important step that I can see in finding out who the right person is for you is by you being yourself, fully, authentically, unapologetically. Because who you are is incredible, and everybody has hurt or damage or things that make them a little bit quirky, like Django with his glitches. But so what? We all have glitches. So somebody's glitches are going to work well with your glitches. So being yourself is definitely a really important thing, and also understanding that you are precious and you are valuable. How somebody else receives you has nothing to do with you. I was coaching someone recently, and she was taking very personally how non-responsive this guy was being to her. And what I had mentioned to her was, when you walk out the door and the sun is shining and beautiful, do you take that personally? When you walk out the door and it's raining and cloudy, do you take that personally? Do you think that that means you're a shitty person and don't deserve love because there's no sun out right now? This is just what's happening. This has nothing to do with who you are. And so not everybody is a match. Not everybody is a fit. Not everybody is going to uplift each other. But we're also busy thinking, what do they think about me? Do they like me? Do they want me? That we don't take the time to ask ourselves, do I want them? Do I like what they're bringing to my life? Are they making my life better? Or is it taking a lot of energy to maintain it? Because the real goal is to like yourself so much and to have a joyful life, so that introducing a new person in only enhances your life. But when we don't feel good about ourselves, we want somebody to save us from our shitty life. And that doesn't work. That's never gonna work. And so definitely choosing to not take it personally, but understand that by being yourself, you're looking for your right person. I always think of the lighthouse analogy. So when you're being yourself, think about ships out at sea, and it's dark and they're trying to find land, and there is the lighthouse shining, calling them in. That's how they find their way through the dark. So when we are our authentic, true selves, we are shining bright for our people to find us. And that includes friends, partners, opportunities. None of it can come if you're not shining, if they don't see you. When we are trying to please other people, when we are trying to be what we think they want, we are not shining. What we're actually doing is reflecting their own light back to them. And that might work for a little while, but it's not going to work for long, not for you or them. So better to get to the heart of it right away and just be yourself. The last thing I want to say about finding the person who is right for you is go by how it feels, not how it looks. How it looks can be very deceiving. We've all seen beautiful people that behaved in ugly ways. And we have seen people that weren't as attractive become beautiful by who they're being. So always go by how it feels and not how it looks. Do they make you feel seen? Do you feel heard when you're with them? Do you feel appreciated? Yes, you need the chemistry. That's a given. But that aside, do you feel safe? Do you trust them? Do you feel trusted? Do they inspire you? Do they make you want to be the best version of yourself? Do you have fun together? These are all questions to help you find the person who is really right for you. And I do believe that that person is worth waiting for. And yeah, you got to sift through a lot of experiences and people that may not fit quite right, but they're still experiences, and you learn along the way, and you refine your energy about what you truly want. And so it's a beautiful thing. It's not something you have to be frustrated by or even in a rush about, because the process along the way can be really fun for a lot of different reasons. So love yourself, go deeper into what it is that you find attractive, and really acknowledge it, and notice when you see it in different people so that you can attract somebody who has those qualities. I hope that helps. See you later.